Hello everyone and welcome back to Mission Impossible. I'm your host Shannon as always, and joining me today I have another wonderful guest. Can you please introduce yourself?
Of course. Hello everyone, my name is Alice and I was born in Latvia but I lived in Italy for a long time. And today I'm here with our lovely Shannon on a mission.
Yes. All right, and so for today's missions, we are actually in a really interesting location. We are in the Dongdaemun Plaza, or the DDP, for those of you guys that are familiar with Seoul. Have you ever been here before?
I have been to DDP in general, but I've never been to the exhibition hall. So it's going to be a new experience for me as well.
Yeah, I've been to DDP essentially for things like Fashion Week,
Exactly.
or like, I know that they host popular events such as like the Van Gogh exhibits and things like that. But I've actually never been to this exhibition hall, so this will be really, really interesting. We have a special exhibition that we're going to be going to today. This one centers entirely around Korean traditional style art. So we're going to be able to take a look inside and you guys will be able to come with us. And without further ado, you guys, I have to introduce what the episodes are about. So for those of you that are just now joining, what we do on this show is we essentially accomplish 3 missions. So our first mission is going to be explore the media art exhibition, when the clouds part and the moon shines, and when the wind blows and the stars sparkle. So once we complete the missions, we'll be getting a series of stamps. If we get all 3 stamps in the allotted time period and complete the mission successfully, then we will be choosing one of you guys down in the comment section to win a $30 Amazon gift card. So make sure that you guys are participating and joining up in the chat. And without further ado, let's get going. All right, so we're gonna head and walk this way. All right, very good. So how much do you know about traditional Korean art?
I know a little bit. I always enjoy looking at it, but I never know the titles or the names of the people that painted everything. But I find it very fascinating.
Yeah.
And all the materials and tools that they use, I think they are very, very special in
Yeah.
their own way.
I definitely agree with you there. I feel like it's also very, like I can easily pinpoint what traditional Korean art looks like. Like it has a very distinct style.
Exactly. You
All
can
right.
pinpoint it all.
Feel the wind is hitting us already.
Yes.
So we're walking in right here. I want to go ahead and show you guys the title of the exhibition. So you guys can look at this right here. Kurumi is where it starts, but this is the English translation here. When clouds dissipate, the moon illuminates, and when the wind serrates and the stars scintillate.
Yes.
Yeah,
Perfect.
you know, it's funny because I asked her what these words meant earlier, and her Italian helped her out, and I didn't even know what they were. So
In Italian, they were very similar.
about the same, right? Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get going. I love in Korea how the art exhibitions are often very interactive. Like you fully walk through. It's not like you just go through a art hall. It's very interactive, and it's
I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, lights. So I guess we walk through here. Let's try. Oh, this is cool.
Do they light up when we walk?
I think so.
Oh, okay,
should we do
let's
a
go.
runway?
Strap.
Boom, 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 boom. It's like feels like commercial.
Professional models.
Yeah, definitely. That was cool. I feel like we almost did that too fast. This looks really cool on the way
It
back.
is. It's like an amazing welcome, to a new
Yeah,
world.
no kidding. So this must have been what it meant by the stars or like the lights lighting up.
Yeah. The title was very long though.
Yeah, right?
exhibition.
The title is super long. So far, so good though. I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it. Very good. So have you ever been to any other sort of art exhibitions before?
I have, but more like traditional ones. I haven't been to an interactive one here in Korea. Look at this. Yo, wait, this is so confusing.
I feel like we're not going to have a lot of commentary on this episode. It's
No, we're
just
just
like
gonna be like
we're
mouth
just gonna
open. Wow.
Yeah, just looking at everything.
Oh, that's so cool. They have like the hangul.
Look at the face. He's like,
Yeah. Not very happy.
so pretty.
This is beautiful.
Oh wait, what is it? What does it say? I didn't notice that. There's words up there. Humi Jong-in. I don't know. There's letters. There's letters. We'll see if they carry any significant meaning, I guess, as we
Yeah.
go through the exhibition.
Our ignorance will be filled in.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding. So let me know a little bit more about you. So this is not our first time meeting.
No, it's not.
Nice.
No,
Can
it's not.
you tell the viewers where we've met before?
So last time we met, it was actually at the K-Influencer camp. What was the full name of the?
It was K-Influencer Boot Camp Game Show Survival
Yes,
Situation,
something.
something like that. So yeah, we got
It was very intense days.
It was super intense, and you guys, turns out we actually are doing another season of the boot camp. So I'm super excited about that.
Yes.
So you guys will have to definitely tune into that.
Definitely do it. It's a very good experience. I loved it, and I bet this year it's gonna be even better.
It's gonna be insane. I got the schedule. It's nuts. All right.
Wow.
I feel like it's so dark in here. Yeah, let's go this way. Whoa.
Look at that. That is so pretty.
Oh, look. What is this one? Oh, it got quiet also all of a sudden.
Because we came closer.
Yeah, I think so. Oh!
I feel like
It's Hangul.
yeah, but I feel like I'm in an alien movie.
Yeah, right? I feel like
Something's gonna
we're gonna
happen.
step on it wrong and we're gonna like get dropped through the floor. Can you imagine? All right, so now we're gonna look right over here. If you guys wanna come a little bit closer, you can actually check this out right here. So what we're looking at is an original sort of commentary book in the, sorry about the noise, you guys. It's a commentary book, but written in traditional Hangul. So Hangul has evolved over time, kind of into a modern form of the language, but this is actually the original one. Herebul. So this is what we're looking at right now. You can see the traditional style of script, and on the wall, the kind of tech version of that.
Yeah, like
It's kind of making me anxious a little bit.
yeah, I know, right?
It's great. Oh, I feel like my eyes are gonna be like.
Yeah. I was so busy. I was like, wait a minute.
So we're gonna keep it moving. This is a public exhibition, you guys. So there are other people that are gonna be kind of walking around and touring at the same time. However, this is not one of the free ones. This one is 20,000 won. Imaman. As well as you guys, if you do come here, you actually will have plenty of time to visit this exhibition because it's actually open until April 2025.
Oh, that's amazing. That's a long time actually.
Yeah.
Maybe my mom can visit as well.
Is your mom coming?
Yeah, she's coming during spring. So
Oh,
I'm like, yes.
that's when my
Excellent.
mom came.
Really?
My mom has been the only person from my family to actually come visit Korea.
When did the other one?
It's expensive, girl.
Yeah.
But I've been here for 5 years, and my mom came last year, and it was wonderful. All right.
What's your name?
So let's get into this one here. So we're looking at Hye-won. So this is the name of this second part of the exhibition here. Basically, there's a Korean translation and an English one as well, but it gives you a little bit more detail kind of about what we're going to be entering into next. Album of scenic spots of the East Coast. So that's what we're looking at now. So as we walk through here, you guys will be able to see scenic scenes of the East Coast. It's owned by Gonsong. It's owned by Gonsong. So yeah, you guys know that now.
Sponsor of
Okay.
today's show.
And the sponsor of today's show is, All right, so let's go ahead and keep moving. So tell me about when your mom is coming. Has she been here before?
She came last autumn actually.
Oh, autumn is
So,
perfect.
Here we have autumn.
Nice.
So yeah, now she wants to come in spring. She's avoiding summer and winter like
She's
the
a
plague.
smart woman.
Yes.
She's a very smart woman.
Exactly.
Summer here is nothing to play with, and winter here is probably the worst thing on the planet. It's awful. I can't handle it.
It's so dark. Oh, what's there?
What is this? Oh! Whoa. I thought this was all a mirror, but
Okay.
wow.
I was like, am I
Weird
gonna
little camera
punch
trick.
the wall?
I feel like I'm spying on people.
Yes. What are y'all doing? Are you taking pictures?
Dun, 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 dun.
Mission
Dun,
Impossible.
Dun, 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 dun.
Stick to the wall.
I feel like I would be the worst spy in the whole world. I'd be awful.
Making noises and singing.
Oh yeah, like I would not be able to keep a straight face. If someone tried to ask me to lie, I would be like,
Actually, I don't know.
yeah. Like my voice would just get higher and higher.
Yeah, but you would try your best. Okay?
Well,
We appreciate the effort.
yeah, okay. So let's keep on moving it through here. So like I said, you guys, this exhibition is going to be open until April. It's actually huge. I believe in total there's about 20 different rooms.
Oh, so many?
I believe so. You'll have to count in the chat kind of as we go through everything, but I do believe there's about 20. Next, we're going to head into part 3. This is Miendo. So we're looking at Portrait of Beauty by Shin Yeon-bok. It's a captivation of the ephemeral instant portrait of beauty. I feel like your English is better than mine.
No. Stop it. Not even try.
So the way to meet the beautiful woman shimmering beyond the layers of fluttering veils. Is it a portrait or a genre painting?
Interesting. So we're gonna
I kind of like this actually because they are actually giving you some info about each specific exhibition. So it gives you the runtime, the type of media, the perfume used. So I guess this one's going to be actually a scent sort of triggering response as well. So we'll have to go see. Let's go check it out. Alright, so let's move back here.
Actually, I didn't notice that there were many
Different
different
scents.
fragrances. Yeah.
I thought someone just had perfume.
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
walked
exactly.
by. Yeah. Oh, that is beautiful. Wow.
Feels like in those movies, you know.
It feels so romantic. It's
Yeah.
like
Hello, where am I?
But I also feel like me, I would be like, try to be romantic and be like, like, get away from me. It's very, oh, it's so soft.
I know. Oh, this is different. They're like thicker.
Hello. I love this one, actually. Yeah. Wow, that's beautiful. The smell is so nice as well. It's very light, but very feminine.
I love how they make her move, but like
But
not too much,
just slightly.
Yeah.
She looks so sad.
I know, right? I
Yeah.
wonder what's the story behind. Just
It's
like with
for
the Mona
sure,
Lisa,
yeah.
it's like that little smile.
She does have a rainbow behind her, though. I just noticed
you're
that as well.
right.
Mm.
Is that in the original painting as well?
I don't know, actually.
A rainbow?
I like this one. I don't know why, but it's very like, it's almost haunting. You know what I mean? Like, it's very beautiful. But her skirt moving just a little bit. I wonder what she's thinking. And now there's something being written at the top as well.
Oh, you're right.
Mm.
Yeah, I will never be able to read that.
I feel like her story is like, she just like realized that her and her lover can't be together because he's a royal and she's not.
Tragic story.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a tale of separation anxiety.
Separation.
I guess.
don't know, drama and tears. No, separation anxiety.
Something, right,
Okay.
yeah.
yeah. Seems right.
Something like that, something
Yes.
like that. I really like this one. Definitely take another look, you guys. This is really, really lovely. And it's huge. Here is me for scale. This is huge. It's massive. Very cool. Shall we keep going? All right, so just to kind of reiterate, guys, we are looking to accomplish our missions here. So our first mission is to explore the media art exhibition When the Clouds Part and the Moon Shines and When the Wind Blows and the Stars Sparkle. I do think we've accomplished this one. I'm pretty sure we went through the nature ones already, and now it's kind of getting into more of the traditional type. Trying to help the camera stay away from.
Angle him in.
But I also don't want to like destroy the exhibition. That's not our goal here.
That's what's scaring me, honestly.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
could
really
regularly
afraid.
get stuck in it and pull it
Bye,
down.
girl. I hope you find your love.
Oh my.
Okay, you
You
said,
should
oh
write a
my.
drama about it.
I would be good at that, I think, like drama writing.
Yes, you
All right, so now that we are away from our sad little lady, we are going to get our first sticker. Magic hand, magic hand. Come on out, come on out. 1, 2, 3.
Step.
Beautiful.
Yay.
Beautiful. It says like Asian,
Asian,
but it's
yeah.
good. All right, so mission number 2. Try the character matching experience in the interactive zone. So this is perfect because what I touched on earlier was that the Korean exhibitions tend to be very interactive. So it looks like we're going to get to even play a game, which I'm really excited about.
I love that.
Me
like,
too.
Interactive stuff is always my favorite. At
I
least
feel
you get
like
to do something.
they do it at almost all the exhibitions, whether it's just like a little like game on the computer or if it's like a little card game. It's always really fun.
Ah, that's so cool. It's
Okay.
also fun for kids, right?
Yeah, it's fun for everybody because then anyone of any age can come.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so you guys can't see this part, but we are walking into number 4. This is the album of paintings by Hye-won. Hye-won. All right, and by Shin Yun-bok as well. All right, so we're going to be Hye-won's world transcending temporal and spatial boundaries with Hye-won Jeon Shin-chop.
That was a very long. You pronounced it very well.
Thank
I'm
you,
proud of
thank you. I feel like I'm getting better at Korean than English. Oh, I like the music. Wow.
Those are your lovers.
Yep, that's them. That's them. That was her back
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
This is the previous story. This is the backstory.
Yes.
And there's our little like
You're right.
spatial.
That's what we were looking earlier.
Yeah, over here is where we were spying. I'm gonna see like if they're looking through. I'll spy on them.
You jump and there's
And there's someone right there. That would be so scary. Very cool.
Can we sit on that?
Yeah, go for it. You guys can check this out. There's actually a little swing right over here.
I'm saying it doesn't actually.
Perfect. Yeah. That's probably a good thing though. Yeah.
What's going on there?
It's the story.
Did you find the lover? Oh no. See, you can just sit here and admire the story. I want to go with her.
There's so many like, whoa, what is this? Is this interactive?
It does. It does. No. You didn't.
No?
Oh,
There's
you
fish.
didn't do it. Why would you squish the fish?
I don't know. I want them to know who's boss. Wow! I didn't realize that's what it was. Wait, can I write my name? Oh man, okay, hold on. S. I'm gonna get so dizzy doing this. Okay, I can't, I give up. Wait, let's do a heart. Yeah. Now you come up here. Oh, well, we tried.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that's what it was. Okay, safe to say this is our favorite so far.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely super fun. But we will let people enjoy the exhibition and enjoy whatever story is taking place over here, and we will keep going. So let's keep moving, guys. All right. I'm like out of breath. I'm so out of shape now.
Me too. I was like,
Just some mild running around, and I'm like...
that was enough exercise for today.
Yes, enough exercise. Speaking of though, I am glad because now is perfect time for hiking season.
Oh, it is.
Have you been hiking in Korea before?
Oh, yes. I absolutely love hiking.
It's the best. Love hiking in Korea.
Very tiring when you see ajushis and ajumas like in their gear, very
They're
professional.
killing it. They're killing it.
Yeah,
They
you're
go
like
so much
wheezing.
faster than me. I'm like, and then the ajushis are just like, okay, yeah. Like it's
Just going
nothing.
chill.
But yeah, if you guys do come visit Korea, definitely don't miss out on some of the nature things that you can do here. Hiking especially. Seoul, from what I've experienced, at least traveling the world in big cities and stuff, it's very unique that you have so much nature kind of intertwined with the actual modern tech and culture. So you can go hiking in so many different places, and especially during the fall. We finally got past the heat waves, so now it's starting to cool down a little bit and it's lovely.
That's true. Actually, this exhibition as well, I saw there are a lot of paintings of mountains and nature
Yeah,
and stuff. So
yeah.
that also comes a little bit, with it. If you want to enjoy nature, but in a traditional way.
Yeah, there you go. So let's go ahead and keep
perfect.
moving, guys. There are other people here, so we want to make sure that we're keeping time well.
Let's go.
All right, so now we're headed into step 5, gilt bronze standing Buddha triad with inscription of Gyemi year, I think. Gyemi? I think so, yeah, Gyemi. Gyemi Myung, so Gyemi person. And then I don't have time to translate the rest, so let's keep going. Okay.
They will do it sometime,
We will do it at a later date.
Yeah.
I like this one so far.
What's in here?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Ah, that is strangely mesmerizing.
It's like an alien ship.
You should zoom in on that. That looks really cool. There you go. I feel like I could watch this forever.
Yeah.
There's like that slight humming as well. The humming is
That's why
like,
it's so relaxing and hypnotizing,
I think one time I did an episode for a channel called Korean Bros, and we did this thing where it was like a meditative experience, but they used bowls and they like,
Oh yeah, that one.
I don't know what you call that, but if you know what they call that, put that in the chat down below. But they used the giant bowls, and it was like a Korean traditional style of doing it, and it did a similar humming, and it put me to sleep so fast, and it was amazing.
So
Yeah,
great.
little anecdote there. But I think there's people here trying to get some cool pictures, so let's keep it moving. I feel bad, I don't want to interrupt everybody's time, so let's keep going. I like this. This feels very...
Feels small.
Yeah, right? This is a little bit short. All right, so let's keep going here. Wow, do you smell that? That smells so good. All right, so now we are here. We are at intermission 2. So the intermission 2, this is kind of the second half of the exhibition here. So we're going to be switching gears just a little bit. A hidden pass encountered during the journey to the Mount Kumgang. This enchanting byway, crafted through delicate paper art, feels like a stroll through a dream. That sounds amazing.
It does.
It's a space where you can immerse yourself in the essence of spring, captivated by falling petals and the fragrant breeze. As you gaze upon the subtly shifting landscapes of Gyeongjae on the floor, catch the drifting petals and make a wish for your heart's desire. Wow, okay, catch the drifting petals.
That's adorable.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this one. All right, hopefully we can catch some petals. Maybe there'll be something falling. I like that they're separating with these little sheets though.
Yeah. Yes, it makes you feel more immersed.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is my dreamscape. Oh my gosh.
Good.
Oh wow. Can we just live in here forever?
Seriously.
Look at these flowers.
Take it home.
It smells so good. I'm gonna make these. I want to make these. Actually, let me take a photo. Yeah, I'm gonna make a whole wall like this. That'd be so cool.
Make sure to spray perfume as well.
That is so cool. I like the different textures as well because it looks like they use almost like tissue paper type fabric.
It's like very fine.
Yeah, and then this sticks sort of like cardboard paper.
True.
Yeah, very good. And then they use a different way of doing it as well. If you cut it really thin, it gets this wispy shape as well.
Yeah, all different types of cloth. Look at these.
Oh, that's so cute.
Go.
I wish.
Did you make your wish?
Yes.
Ah, perfect.
I did. I did make my wish. Did you ever do that when you were young? Like blow the dandelions?
Of course. Who did it?
I want to. I don't know if it's like an American thing. I'm trying to get more. I feel like I could stay here forever. This is so beautiful. This is my new favorite, I think.
Absolutely.
The smell,
Exactly. That's what
smells
gets me.
so good. It's like a very warm, sweet smell,
Yeah.
but it's also very floral and light. It's not like heavy. Anyway,
It smells like summer.
yeah, it smells like summer. It smells like being at the beach,
Yeah.
but like the fresh breeze.
With a lot of flowers, so.
What in the world?
More veils.
More veils. Uh-oh, I hear people laughing. Okay. All right, I think this might be where we need to do our second one.
Let's check.
Yeah, try the character matching game.
Okay.
Okay, so how does this work? Let's see. Lift the balloon from bottom to top and complete the word at the top.
Okay.
So the word
So
at
we
the
have
top
to
is
switch them up?
meran gutu kot noi? Numi? I'm not sure. I can't read that last one, but let's give it a try. So I'm assuming this is interactive.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, this is going to be hard. Oh my goodness. What about two hands? Different method? No?
Helicopter hands. Helicopter hands.
We just need a few more. Come on. I feel like I'm not doing anything. Okay. Oh wait, there we go. Yeah, we did it. Nice. I feel like they definitely helped us with that one. For sure.
It's a teamwork, okay?
이렇게요? 네. 네. 도와주세요. 네. We're doing it. Wow. 힘들어. Oh my gosh. Wait, are we doing it a second time? I think we did it. Okay, it says the next mission. There might be a couple extra people, you guys, because there's so many. So I think what we're going to do next, since we technically did complete this one already, we're going to go ahead and get that stamp, and then we're actually just going to skip this one part and keep going, just to kind of save privacy for other people.
Yes.
All right, so give me just a second. You can explain a little bit about the game, and I will grab the card.
Okay. It's a lot of exercise. It's like going to the gym.
And now we have our card. Try the character matching magic hand. Where are you?
Dun 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 dun.
Dun 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 dun. Ba 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 ba. We should have like a theme song. Yeah, there you go. All right.
Get the stamp.
Whew, I'm like hot. I'm proper
that's what I
like
was saying,
sweating
it's
now.
like going to the gym.
Yeah, proper hot now. Okay, strike a pose and take a photo in the photo zone. So I'll kind of quickly explain how this next part works, but I think we're going to be taking a photo at the very end, just because there's a little bit of a crowd going on right now and we don't want to, wait or bother anybody. So if you want to take a look over here really quick, I can just kind of explain what's going on. So basically there's a kiosk where you can select a character, and then the character is presented on this screen back here as like an Instagram post, but it's a customized character for each person. So no matter how we customize it, we'll end up on this big screen and then you can share with your friends.
That's so cool.
Very cool. We won't get to do this one today, but definitely come check it out if you guys do get a chance to come here. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and keep moving. We're not gonna take up everybody's time here. Like, ding. I know. We'll have to try it next time though.
Yes.
There's a lot of other wonderful people waiting.
Yeah, when we come back.
Sure. Do you think this is something you would bring your mom to?
Of course, she would love these kind of things. She usually loves like museums, especially like the interactive and modern art ones, so this would be perfect for her.
Perfect. I think we go here next. I believe so. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here. So this is the next one. This is Kumgang Nisan, so the Inner Mountains of Kumgang by Jongson. So what we're going to be looking for here It's an invitation to a mystical realm.
Ooh,
That
magic.
kind of sounds like Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Let's go.
We're into space.
Oh,
We're going
wow.
for mystical realm.
Wow. Wow. This is beautiful.
It's very pretty.
Wow. Talk about a photo op. This looks
Yeah.
amazing. So this is obviously one of the bigger parts of the exhibition, you guys. This one in particular actually lasts about 7 minutes. So we won't get to check out this entire show here, but we'll show you a little bit of it, and maybe we can take a seat here for just
Yeah,
a
let's
minute,
do that.
let you guys watch a little bit of it, and then we're gonna have to keep it moving. So here we've got these little pads that we can use to sit on if you want. All right. All right. Yeah, no problem. This is
Making
so
our seat
romantic.
more comfy. Yeah, everything's romantic here.
Yeah.
From the story. Well, this is very modern life.
So beautiful. I like how it's even on the floor too.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, I love this. It's sort of playing with like the light because it's reflecting in different ways.
Like the shadows look like, the paintings of the bamboo trees.
Ah, yeah. Very good. It is quite warm in here though. I feel like I shouldn't have worn long sleeves.
We
We were
had
just working.
exercise, yeah.
This
We
is
did
so
work out
cool.
earlier, so understandable.
So this is our journey to the mystical realm.
Yes,
Yeah.
magic.
Do you feel mystical?
I mean, I've been feeling mystical since we stepped into the first room, honestly, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Wow, that was cool. That was super cool.
I love how it blends into the floor.
This is so mesmerizing. I feel like I could just watch this entire show.
Seriously, I could just probably just sit here with a cup of tea or coffee and just chill for hours.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I could do the same. Wow, this is so cool. I love the way that it like seamlessly moves into a different sort of image. You know what I'm saying? So like we're going from this sort of star undersea thing, and now it's like creating these
Like
this whole different aesthetic. But when we came in here, it was like the blinds almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more like geometrical. Now it's like more fluid, more organic.
I love that. Have you ever tried to create any sort of like media art or anything?
Actually, in university, I studied new art technologies.
Wow, that's incredible.
So I used to work in the I used to work in another field in entertainment.
Sure.
But still, I studied, and for exams and stuff, I had to make interactive exhibitions and things.
Oh, so
there's
you
a
probably
lot of
have like
work.
an even deeper appreciation for this sort of thing.
Because I know how much work.
Wow.
All the mapping and everything, and then making the videos themselves.
Wow.
And having everything put together in an understandable way, and that conveys the message that they want to convey is always very difficult. So I
Wow.
appreciate it a lot.
Well, you have my respect for sure. I've actually never met someone that dabbled in media art as well.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like you're the perfect guest to join me for today's episode,
yes.
particularly.
That's why I was so happy about this exhibition.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
wanted to see it.
Very cool. So, what would you say so far is what you would imagine to be the most difficult exhibition to put together?
You mean the most difficult part?
Yeah,
Like in
from this one, yeah.
I think matching the scents. I think that
Oh.
idea was actually very innovative. Like I really, really liked it.
Yeah.
And matching the scent to like each room where there were scents. I think that's the most difficult part because we have, 5 main senses. And if one disconnects too much from the others, then you get that unsettling feeling and you're like,
Right.
okay, I don't really vibe with this. But I think they match them so well that you really feel immersed into that.
Yeah, you're definitely right because we touched on that twice. It was like the
Yeah.
scent was what really overwhelmed us in the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And usually when we go and look, we just think, okay, I'm gonna hear sounds and I'm gonna see things. But actually feeling the scent of something, that's like very, very new and very impactful because we're not used to it. So.
Oh, well said, well said. I definitely have a more like full respect and understanding for this sort of exhibition then,
Yeah,
because
thank you,
it's not just like a video. It's like
Yeah.
there's so much more to it. This is so
so
beautiful. I hope the camera pans to look at this one just a little bit. This is
Yes.
so beautiful.
I feel like I'm a
I
fairy
like don't
or an
want to
elf
leave.
of nature.
Oh look, it's
But
coming.
there's
Yeah,
characters,
there's
yeah.
the characters, the Hangul. All right, I think that's a good cue to head out because I think I could stay here forever otherwise.
I mean, I would.
Yeah, I definitely would as well. All right, so let's keep it moving, you guys. We're gonna head on to the outside. Wow. I think this is the right way. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Now we'll go this way. I feel like I'm in a different world right now. Yeah.
I know, right? After that room, it's like, wow.
All right, so here we are. This is number 8, you guys. So this is Chusa Kim Jong-mi. This is the calligrapher. So this is something really important to mention, you guys. During the Joseon Dynasty is when they actually invented like the hangul. So this is when we have people that are dabbling in calligraphy and specifically an artistic type of writing. So it's really common to hear this name, the Chusa Kim Jong-mi, because this is the calligrapher artist that we're going to be studying today. I think for this one as well, we're going to be seeing and hearing a lot of paint brush strokes. And so we just left the big room. We're going to head back to the big one. I think for this one, we might be able to actually do the interactive point. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. But which room has been your favorite so far?
My favorite? I think the flower room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just beautiful.
I think the flower room is going to be hard to beat. It just smelled so good. It made me feel so good.
All that white, honestly. I wish there were actually petals falling. Maybe there are at some point.
Maybe. I think so. But I would imagine that they can't do it all the time because you would have like a really large area. Yeah, it'd be pretty bad. So what we're going to go now to is the number 7 room. This is the Kansong Graphic Archive. Okay. So what we're looking at here, it's an interactive media installation that visitors can explore graphics, photos, and descriptions of artifacts by touching the screen. It's an engaging way to learn about the cultural heritage. So that's actually what's right here behind me. So when we touch the screen, without breaking it, hopefully. Oh, okay, I see.
Oh, okay, and they give you info.
Oh, that's cool.
Damn.
Very good. So I think exit
Touch another one. Touch another one. Oh.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So they reimagined it.
Yeah.
Like this is the original, and then this is like how they reimagined it in modern
art. That's
cool.
Wow.
Oh, you can actually see it on the big screen as well.
Oh, your turn. You go. I want to see. Wow.
What is it? Oh, I see calligraphy.
This is cool. I like that it's the big interactive thing.
Amazing, yeah.
And here's the description.
Yeah.
So I think for this one, they don't have the descriptions written in English, but if you guys are interested in any of the particular art pieces, you can definitely use a Google Translate app and try to figure out what's going on.
Yep.
All right, so let's try this one. Yongsan.
Oh, cool.
That's interesting that it's the reimagined characters.
Yes.
Yeah. You can see how over time the Hangul has developed from a very like calligraphy style sort of writing to something a little bit more modern, I would say. Something a little bit more easy to digest. All right, let's see.
Understand.
Let's pick 2 more. You pick 1 more, I'll pick 1 more.
Okay. A very long one. I want.
Just wants the longer one. Ooh. That's cool.
What is it? Oh, okay. That's a long text.
I like that one.
Yeah.
It's important to note as well that as Korean writing developed, it developed from a series of going vertically to going horizontally now as well. So yeah, we've got the bigger screen behind us now. I'm going to choose the last one if you guys want to take a look over there. You can see it, it's actually blown up so you can see it across the whole wall.
Everyone can see what you pick. Be careful.
I know, right? Yeah. Yesaderon. Let's go this one.
Ooh,
yeah, very
nice.
pretty. Like that.
Good choice.
Thank you. Very cool. I like this this graphic here. It's quite nice.
It's fun because you can see which shapes they picked. For example, this shape like right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you have the...
Yeah, it's fun to like try to find the right shapes that they picked.
Definitely. Very cool. All right, guys. So now we're going to keep it moving. We're going to head back to the 8th zone. For this is the last one that we're going to be exploring for the exhibition while we're inside. But outside of this, there's actually some interactive stuff that you can do outside the exhibition as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be taking you there in just a couple minutes because we still have one more photo zone that we have to do. So let's see. It smells like
ink, right?
It smells like ink or like freshly printed paper.
Yeah.
Look at this, all over the floor.
That's beautiful.
This is cool.
Is it interactive?
feels like the ending.
Oh yeah, all white.
I think I had a nightmare like this once.
Oh my god.
Where it was all white.
Paper, though.
Oh.
The continuation of your nightmare.
Oh shit.
I feel very attacked right now. Okay, I'm scared.
I was not expecting a jump scare. Oh my god. Wow, okay.
Okay, nobody saw that.
Yeah, these exhibitions definitely keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. I hope they keep that in the cut version, for sure. Very cool.
I
like
do.
it.
I almost died.
You hope it's worth it? Very cool. So now that you've been to an exhibition at the DDP,
Yes.
Do you think you're going to be coming back here? Is there another place that you know where exhibitions are really good?
I'm not really sure, honestly, because I haven't had the chance to go around much.
Sure,
to exhibitions
sure.
here in Korea, but I'll definitely take a look.
Yeah.
And see if there's anything interesting.
Sure.
Because these are very well made, honestly. I was very surprised. I didn't expect it to be.
Yeah, definitely. I think you should go check out the Songsu area or Jungro.
Oh, there are more
Jungro
exhibitions
has
there?
a ton. Well, they're technically museums, but the museums often sort of rotate and they sponsor different types of media art. So I've been to a couple there. I think one of them was Liam Museum. It's so good. So good. So if you enjoyed this, I think you guys would really enjoy that. It goes without saying, you guys, this exhibition has been amazing. I've really loved it.
Yes.
So I hope you guys enjoyed kind of the sneak peeks that you got to see. If you ever come here before April, make sure you guys come to DDP and check it out. Not to mention, if you don't know what DDP is, just Google search it really quick. It is probably one of the coolest architectural art pieces that you could ever see as well. And we're inside it right now. So yes, very cool.
Anyways, it's one of the must-see spots in Seoul.
Yes. All right, so let's keep going. Let's head out. Hopefully they won't jump scare me again. That was awful. Me too. All right, so we are exiting right now after officially getting a heart attack. That was great.
Amazing.
So immediately when you guys come out, you'll be able to see that there's a little bit of a gift shop here, as well as almost like an exhibition type. So if you look here, there's different types of script and art, so you guys can buy books with artworks from some of the creators that we saw inside. There's also different types of pens, for example. This is a mouse pad. You could get one of these.
There's your lady.
Oh yeah, my favorite sad lady.
Yes.
All right. There's also a photo zone right here behind me, so if you guys are interested in taking a photo there. I wanted to show you guys, though, there's an interactive photo zone towards the entrance, which is what we're going to be going to do in just a minute. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys this. I like this one the best, though. I like my lady, but I think I like this one.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
The
this is a great representation of the mountains in Korea as well. All right,
Constant hiking.
maybe you could get your mom something.
Oh, that's actually a good idea.
I know. I'm always on the lookout for like little trinkets and stuff because since my mom came here, she loves like receiving any sort of traditional artwork.
I'm so sorry, I saw a cat.
Oh, very
She
cute.
would love this.
I would love this too. This is really cool. I like how they've incorporated it even into like binders and folders and stuff.
Yes, useful stuff.
Yeah,
Not
useful.
just,
Useful.
Picture.
There's more cats.
My goodness, she's going crazy.
I like the lily.
Yes.
The little lotus blossom. That's super pretty. Look at these warrior women. Go off, sis.
Ooh, fighting.
Yes. Strong woman. Let's go. I like these. See, I actually have two similar types of artwork at my house.
Really?
Yeah. It's they're on scrolls. They're actually long ones. One of the things that I've also done in Korea, you can go to a class. It's down by the Osan Air Base or like Pyeongtaek. There's one of the calligraphy artists. He will actually personalize them for you.
really?
So he made two for me, and it was really cool. I have them hanging in my house still. So definitely one of my favorites. That's cute. A little puzzle.
That's very cute.
I like
my God,
that.
they're so tiny.
Tiny puzzle for sure.
Do you
sure.
think there are any classes for like painting and calligraphy here in Seoul?
Oh, probably.
Like
I feel like there's
experiences.
classes for everything. They have classes for pottery, making jewelry, making perfume, making makeup, like literally everything. Making teddy bears, probably.
They're so cute.
I like that little blue one. He's so cute.
Yes.
So
I
cute.
think I like the one in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're a flowery type vibe.
Suddenly.
I like
Flower
these.
girl.
Are these postcards or is this like an actual notebook?
I think it's like notebooks. They look like notebooks.
Ah, very cute.
She's so cute.
I feel like my mom would like something like that. Something a little bit more traditional. Speaking of traditional, we're actually coming up on these little sort of tea glasses. Are these AirPod cases? Okay, never mind. Scratch
Yes.
that. Not
That's
traditional.
English.
Not traditional, but very cool.
Well, with traditional paintings,
I love that. Maybe I should get some for my AirPods. I lose my AirPods every 5 seconds because they look like the same. I like this one. I like this navy. That's super pretty. You can also get like a little pop socket. That's really cool. Super cool. Umbrellas, very good. And fans, of course.
Everything very much needed.
Yeah, seriously, even in the summertime.
Yes.
All right, it's very good. So we've made it to the end of sort of the gift shop section, you guys. So I want to take you guys one more place really quick, and then we will wrap things up. We will get our last stamp, and then we will be able to choose a winner from the comment section. We're going to head right over here. This is actually past the entrance point. We're going to be taking a photo, and you get to make a customized card.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that.
So I think we're going to let you do it this time. You can... Yeah, sure, why not?
Let's do it together.
Yeah, I think you can only do one person at a time, but we can both do one.
Okay.
All right, so let's keep going here. So this is where we started, guys. This is the start point. So you can see it comes full circle. So we're going to go right over here. There's these little kiosks by the front where you can make your customized sheet. All right, very good. So here it is.
Oh, I love how they're made.
It's pretty simple. Yeah, right? It's very cool. So let's see. Please touch the screen.
Oh, touch it, touch.
Okay, so select your gender.
Yes.
And now we've got the camera. Okay, I think we have to do one person at a time, though. It's the only thing.
Let's try two.
Let's try to? Okay, sure.
Come here. Let's make a little heart.
All right, we have 3 seconds.
Heart,
2.
heart, heart. Okay.
Let's see. I wonder if it'll do that.
Let's see, maybe it blends us into one person.
And we're gonna be one. Oh, it did it! That's so cute. I love that. Why are my feet? why are my feet like this? That is cute. You know, my favorite color is yellow as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
All right, now you do one by yourself, and I'll do one by myself.
Okay.
Let's see.
What if I choose them?
Oh,
I want to be
sure.
a student, a cool student. Tipping my head. Oh no, I need to press start.
You can do it.
No.
2, 1.
It's okay. Lady's gonna blend into.
You got it?
Yes.
That's quite an interesting. Oh, that is interesting. You did great. You did well. You did very well.
That was beautiful. I mean, just
She's a
remember
surprise
the
guest.
moment.
I want to be a boy now too. Okay, hold on. Let me try.
Should I
Okay.
focus?
I feel like that's what a boy would do. I don't know.
Yeah, like pose, you know. You
Oh, whoa.
Uh-huh.
I'm hot. That's cool.
Looking cool.
I like that. Yeah. All right, let's go get our photo cards, guys.
Love your hat.
So it does say it's being printed. So we're going to head right over here. There's actually a little printer booth where you can get your cards and then you can keep them. So it's almost like a little free souvenir that you can use for the exhibition. So once again, you guys, this exhibition is going to be here until April. So make sure you guys come check it out and also grab some photo cards. So here is you and your surprise guest. Here is
I'm gonna frame this.
here's our friend one, and then I think mine is finishing printing now. This is super cute.
That's adorable.
Oh, that's swaggy.
Uh-huh.
Super
Your
cool.
hat is amazing. I love
Thank you, thank you.
it. This is the best one.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm seriously gonna frame it.
Very cool, very cool. I like this. I'm very happy with that. I like how we got a little souvenir there. I did one earlier, actually, guys. I wanted to show you this one too. I tried to do a little heart on top of my head, but it came out not
Did it not come on?
like a heart. It just kind of looks
like
like
a circle. Like okay, okay.
something
Perfect.
closer to that.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, so we've got plenty of souvenirs now. We've actually got a little bit of extra time, and we have finished our mission. So let's go ahead and get that last mission stamp. 1, 2, 3. All right, so well done. So we have officially finished. And with that being said, you guys, I think one thing that we can do is maybe show you around the DDP a little bit. We'll just take you outside to where the entrance point is, and then we'll wrap things up there. All right, so let's go ahead and get going. Alrighty, guys, so now that we have finished up with the exhibition, we're going to be heading back outside to show you guys a little bit more about what this actual plaza looks like. It's one of the best places to go tour for just art and just a very cool architectural structure to go see. So you guys are going to head out this way. We'll take you...
Fashion, or
Yeah,
this is
come during
the
Fashion
place
Week.
to go? Yeah.
Fashion Week in Korea happens twice a year. It happens once in September, and then it happens, I believe, in April or March as well.
Yes.
So if you guys are here during that time, just come see it. You don't have to be dressed to the nines. You don't need an invitation. Just come see it. It's one of the coolest things you could probably
And
experience.
If you like K-pop, usually the ambassadors for Fashion Week will be here.
Yes,
so you might get the
yes.
chance to see your favorite idols.
That's very true as well. Did I tell you that I have walked in Fashion Week 3 times?
Oh, really?
I have. It was amazing. I got to walk here at the DDP at one point. Not down the stairs, of course.
No, that would be dangerous. I would be so scared.
So before we get out, you guys can even just see the way that the staircase and everything is formed is very unique, very artistic indeed. I imagine like a big flowy dress and just like, you know what I mean? For sure.
But gotta watch your step. Like I always get distracted. I look around and then I'm like,
Stairs are dangerous, guys. Be careful, be careful. All right, so we've reached the bottom floor. Pretty easy to come here, you guys. Actually, this is the third floor, so this is how you walk up to the exhibition if you don't go upstairs. You can actually go back down as well, or you can go out this way. So we'll take you kind of on a little DDP tour here. We're gonna exit on the third floor, so if you guys are getting off at the subway, you will come in on the basement. That would be kind of my ideal suggestion for a first-time viewer, because when you step out of the subway and you see it, it's crazy. It's so
shocking.
cool.
You're like, wow.
Yeah, it's unlike anything else. I've been here for 5 years, you guys, and I still love DDP. It's so cool.
It's so unique, and oftentimes they also have little light shows where they
Seoul Light the Nights. I'm pretty sure they're still doing it right now this month.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you guys look around here, this is kind of what she's talking about. You guys have to pan up. Go look. This is super cool. You guys can actually see this is the entrance. So this is where you would come off the main street. There's a big old statue right there. And then if you come this way and you look over, this is the area where Fashion Week usually takes place. This is right down in here. So this whole archway is kind of shaped like a giant C shape almost. But you can see that there's people here that just chilling. There's also an art exhibition right here in the middle. There's a market down that way. There's another exhibition hall down there. There's another one over there. There's a lot of different places and things to do. Yeah, there's so many different things that you could see and do possibly as well. So now we just have to pick a direction. Do you want to go this way or this way?
Let's go this way?
This way, let's go.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna take you guys this way. We're just gonna kill some time. We're gonna walk around a little bit.
Yes.
Now would be a good time in the comment section to do a little bit of Q&A. Because this is the recorded episode, we don't get the live chat right now, but we will be able to do the conversations with you guys in the chat. I'll be in the comment section. You can be in the comment section if you like. So we will be talking to you there about maybe some Q&A about being here. Yeah, I can't get over this weather right now. This feels so good.
The sweater weather.
I know. I couldn't bring myself to wear a sweater today because I knew it was going to get hot, but I did a long sleeve and I was so happy. I was like, yes.
Yes, yes. But soon you're going to be sad.
Yeah.
It's going to be long padding time.
Yes, that is very true.
Freezing time.
Long padding is necessary when you guys come to Korea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Necessary. I tried to go as long as I could without it because it's like not a stylish option at all, but it saves your life. It definitely is worth it.
I don't know. It's amazing. I have no idea how they make them, but even in -20,
you're warm.
Yeah. You could, I don't know, wear your pajamas under and you would still be warm.
Yeah, definitely. One thing, like pro tip, if you guys are going to be here in the winter, put the hot packs in your shoes.
Oh yes, I love those. When I discovered them, I was so happy because I had never seen them.
Me too. I'm like always cold. Yes, I'm always cold, like especially my hands and my feet. So put them in your feet, and not in your feet, in your shoes.
In your shoes.
In your shoes, not in your feet.
That would be pretty hard.
That would be awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very good. We are wrapping things up at the end of the day today. So if you guys have any questions in the comment section down below, let us know. Until then, I think we're going to search for a cafe. I am in dire need of like an iced Americano or some kind of drink. My throat is so dry. Coffee sounds so good. And there's the sun. Hello.
Here comes the sun.
So you mentioned before that you had studied media arts, right? Can you kind of explain what that looks like? Because I feel like for a lot of people, especially older viewers, they might not really get a full grasp of what media art is. So how would you explain media art to someone who doesn't know what it is?
I would explain it as something that involves not only one of your senses, but it involves at least two or more of your senses. So for example, I don't know, when you go to, let's say, classical art exhibition, like statues and paintings, you only use your sight, right? You only use your eyes to see the painting and interpret what's happening, what's going on. Whereas when you have like media art, digital art, it gets more involved. So you tend to use more than one sense. You either use your sight and your hearing, or let's say your sense of smell, or sometimes you get to touch things, you know, you get to interact with things.
Yeah.
So
it's more of a comprehensive experience.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not get
run over.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's what media art is. It's more involved.
Very good, very good. Media art, I feel like has taken things over now, because even traditional art is displayed in a media art space.
Yeah.
And that's probably for a lot of reasons. I think it's a little bit more accessible as well. But with the digital age sort of like being in full swing right now, like everybody's on social media and everyone's constantly looking for new types of stimulation and different.
We're also overstimulated most of the time, so we need to have something more interactive. If you just go to a museum, that's why a lot of people consider them boring.
Yeah, because they're not as stimulating.
Exactly.
It's not as like, It makes sense. There's definitely a lot to appreciate about a traditional museum, but this sort of thing I really like because it really brought to like the front of the stage sort of traditional elements of Korea, especially like the writing, drawing, art, painting, that sort of thing, as well as blending it with the modern like sort of presentation.
Yes.
That way it kind of that way it fits everybody essentially.
Yes.
Which is really good. So we're heading on to the other side of the DDP Plaza right now. So this is where you'll be able to see that there's actually a couple different like malls and plazas around where they do like fashion shows and stuff like that. Cafes in this area are really good as well. There's a lot of little street markets. Definitely come check this place out, you guys.
You sound like you come here a lot.
I've been here a few times. I'll say that much. I really quite enjoyed DDP in general. I think it's one of the best like just free experiences that you can come and have in Korea.
Yeah, that's
you don't need to pay anything to come walk around. It's free for everybody, but very fun, very unique as well.
Oh, that's true, absolutely. Like I don't think I've seen anything like this.
No, definitely not. When I think about the States, if I tried to imagine something similar, I would imagine like the Bean in Chicago, but it doesn't even touch like the breadth of the size of this place. So yeah, I would definitely come check this place out. For sure. So a couple more quick questions about yourself. We didn't get to talk a whole lot about you this episode. You mentioned that you are living in Italy or grew up in Italy?
Yeah.
But from Latvia, right?
Yes. I was born in Latvia, lived there until I was like 6, and then I moved to Italy. And then I would go back every summer, back and forth. Just to, keep in touch with the family and everything.
Okay, well, let's take a seat right here on this very interesting little bench, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. All right. So what brought you to Korea?
Actually, funny story. In 2010-2011, I went on an exchange year in Thailand, and there I met a lot of Korean people, and I came in touch with Korean culture, and I was like, oh, this is actually interesting.
This seems really cool, yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's see how things go. Maybe I can travel there. And then finally in 2018, I was able to come here on a little trip for a couple weeks, and I absolutely fell in love.
Yep, you were here and you're like, can't leave.
Yes. And as you know, like as we also saw today, Korea is very into art and media, and be it with exhibitions and more traditional art, but also with like new media, like I don't know, like social media, YouTube, but also movies, music, and all that stuff. So they're very, very innovative until like under that point of view. So I was like, okay, I really, really want to come here.
Yeah, definitely. And you also are a K influencer as well. Can you tell me a little bit about that journey? Because that's how we originally met, was the boot camp.
So I actually, my friend sent me the application for the camp.
What?
She was like, oh yeah, you live in Korea. I found this thing like on the Italian.
You should do it. Do it.
And I was like, okay, let me try, let me apply. Because I also like to make content on my own regarding Korea, like little vlogs or, other kind of content. And I was like, okay, I'm already doing it, might as well.
Might as well make some friends, do something unique, sure.
Yeah. So that's how I ended up participating to K-Influencer. This is my second year.
Sure.
So it's been very fun until now. And we always have different activities that we can do, different tips on how to make new content, what kind of content to make. So it always keeps you, keeps you active.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
You don't have a moment to be bored and be like, oh, I don't know what to make, I don't know what to create. They will always give you little tips on how to create things and what to create. And it's always regarding Korea, so.
Definitely.
If you love Korea, then
will you be a part of the boot camp this year as well?
I would have loved to, but unfortunately I have work this weekend.
Okay.
Like, no.
Yeah, so spoiler, you guys, I'll be doing the MC hosting for the boot camp again this year. And that will be filmed this week, but I'm not sure when they'll be airing it officially. So keep your eyes peeled for that for sure. As well as you guys, make sure you check out the community page, because the community page for Koreanet has everything you need to know about not just this show, not just our guests, but all the other shows as well. So you guys can get a lot of information there. It's really cool to learn about Korea, as well as the travel points and things that you guys can explore a little bit more while you're here.
Oh yeah, there's so much to see in Korea. Like you literally never get bored.
Okay, So, what would you, for somebody visiting for the first time, what are the top 3 things that you would suggest people do?
Top 3 things? Definitely visit the palace.
Yeah, you have to.
Yes.
You have to.
Go to Namsan Tower on the top. Because I remember my mom was very surprised to see how actually big Seoul is. Like you can't see the end all around. So that's definitely an experience. And third, but not last, absolutely get some Korean food.
Well, yeah, for
but
sure.
not in the touristic areas. Go to those like smaller, you know, hole in the wall places where you're like, everything is in Korean, I don't understand anything. But don't worry, like
my favorite suggestion for that is always follow like the middle-aged Korean men.
Yes,
they know where to eat. They know where the best places are to eat. So follow them. Don't necessarily need to go to like Gwangjang, Sijang, like the big markets. Go to like the Mangwon market. It's a little bit more chill. It's a little bit more or a little bit less touristy essentially, but definitely check out some of the markets and Korean food as well. You have to go to the palace. If you go to the palace, wear the hanbok, just do it. Just do it.
Don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. Everybody
does it.
Yes,
just
you get
do
free
it.
entrance. So.
You get free entry, but it's very cool to say that you've been able to like wear traditional Korean clothing as well.
Yes.
So just do it. And then my thing as well would be go sit by the Han at night.
Yes.
And yeah, go to Bampo-daegyo because they have like little live shows, and on Sundays they even have like a street market there.
Oh,
but there's a lot of like real Korean life happening at the Han, so very cool to go see for sure.
That's true, absolutely. That's also another point to experience. Only if it's in season though.
Yeah.
Because if it's like winter,
if it's winter, definitely not. If it's summer, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
But spring and fall are the best for sure.
Yes.
For sure to go see that. All right. So you guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the episode today. We love you so much and we really appreciate your support. Again, today this exhibition will be open until April. This is in the DDP. So make sure to come check it out. Thank you to my lovely guests for joining us today.
Thank you for
And
having me.
yeah, anytime. And we will see you guys next time. Mwah. Bye.